Checking to see if the levels is good. So what's going on? Are we live? Uh-huh. Let's see if we're live. See if there's a delay. Oh, that's what's up. All right, perfect. Good. We are good. We are live. First, I want to apologize. Somehow, I don't have my pop filter. I don't know what happened to it. I ordered a new one. It'll come in tomorrow, but I don't know why the mic doesn't have the pop filter on, and it's like nowhere near in my room. I'm tripping out. Like, why is the pop filter gone? This shit is weird. Now watch when the new one comes in, then like it shows up. But why would it like that be on the mic? It's weird. It's crazy. So what's up? What's going on? Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. You only friend these YouTube streets. Rock77. Let me fix this camera a little bit. Make it a little higher. There we go. Halo Gears and Forza. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. Halo Gears and Forza. Oh man. Shit is wild. Shit is crazy, yo. Aren't you guys glad I prepared you all for this? You come to the channel, you rock out. Some of you watch my videos, listen to the podcast, right? So for us, look at us now. We knew. You know what I'm saying? This is not a surprise for us. Now they're pretending it's not a surprise for them. That shit is hilarious. These dudes, these cats are funny. Like, these cats got content on their own channels, literally podcasts and videos of them saying that this wasn't gonna happen. And now they're like, oh, please, yeah, we've been known. While they literally have content on their channels showing that this wasn't gonna happen. Shout out to little bro. He ain't playing. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for rocking out with me. Kevin Levy, please no curse. I will try my best. I will try to keep it PG-13. I will try my best. I will absolutely try my best. Scout's honor. Halo Gears and Forza. Well, now I have to sing the G-rated. I can't sing the explicit rated of that song no more. Yo. So what's going on? How's your Friday going, man? My Friday is going great. Appreciate you guys rocking. About to talk a few things today. Some good stuff. I think you guys will like it, right? While you're here, though, truly appreciate it. But if you could look out for me right now, hit the like button. Share this out. Blue Sky, X, Facebook, whatever, wherever you hang out at, and do your thing. Let's get people on here. Let's get the energy going. We're gonna chop it up today. We're gonna have a good time. Truly appreciate you guys, man. Truly appreciate you rocking out. I hope you enjoyed this show. Let's see. What can I do? So you know what? I'm gonna start with the first. I'm gonna start out with the channel update. Okay. So if maybe a few weeks ago when I had the last live, solo live, I talked about I wanted to do another live session for you guys. Try to do two a weeks, and try to figure out when would be the best time and day, right? Um, did you finish Project Tower? I haven't even started, right? That it's on the list, but I have not started. David Zor. He says, "Did you finish Project Tower?" Right now, I'm playing Silent Hill 2. That's what I'm trying to finish. Project Tower might be the next game, maybe, maybe not. But shout out to you, Nathan, for holding me accountable. That's what's up. I'm gonna have to do it because I have a feeling you're gonna ask me that question all the time, and I don't want you to stress out. But anyway, channel update. So, like I said, I want you to do an extra live, but this time a solo live that I can interact with you guys as compared to the podcast. But also, I was also thinking this might be a better opportunity or improve opportunities to get guests on this channel. I think 60 frames no lag is a bit, how can I put it? Kind of like throwing people in the lion's den, if you know what I mean. Throwing people out in the wolves. It's very aggressive. 60 frames no lag is very aggressive. You got Extreme in there. He will call out bullshit and rip anybody apart. Then you got the antagonizing chief, J Dub. And then you got Craig Harris. He's trying to bust cheeks with that Diddy oil any opportunity he gets. It's a pretty wild place. It's not for the faint of heart. You know? Not for the faint of heart at all. You know? So, between busting cheeks and Extreme calling out, flipping out. I mean, yo, Extreme will like literally say you're boring. Like, yo, that's wild. That's some wild shit. When he did that, I was like, yo, I seen some criticisms on the podcast, but I never seen someone go, bro, you're boring. Like, what you're saying is boring. Like, yo, Extreme is wild. Shout out to Extreme. I'm so glad I was able to, he came out of the chat. I never seen that. I never seen a podcast where anybody just criticized, not so much the topic, but just literally be like, man, you're boring. You're boring me. Oh man, that is so hilarious. Oh man, fuck Extreme, bro. Extreme is crazy. Um, the Brain, what's up? Of course. Oh yeah, Brain's another one. You're another judge. That's why I call you the judge. Shout out to the judge. Absolutely. I think you guys, all of you guys, you get people nervous. It's a lot. It's a lot to get people to show up. And the 60 Frames Don't Like podcast. You know, that's just too many. You know, but you the judge though. You more sensible. But there's just a lot of people like you the. Well, you saw what you did in the chat. But you know what I'm saying? You that dude. When someone rubs you the wrong way, you ain't gonna let it go. Shout out to the Brain. Shout out to the judge. So I'm thinking the live will also be a good venue, kind of like what I did with Tim Dog. Where I could get people one on one, right? Or one, like people will know that if it's just me, it'll be a more controlled environment, right? And I think also the 60 Frames No Like podcast, the way we have it set, maybe you guys could chime in on this. Um, I don't want to say it's outdated. That's the wrong word. But it's not in line with how podcasts are this gen or today. And what I mean by that is, last gen, when you had podcasts, there was always a divisiveness, or maybe not divisiveness. You always had people that were ready to counter one another's, right? They would conversate, and there will always be devil advocates, people who bring up other point of views. You know what I'm saying? So you would see a conversation that had two perspectives, right? So there was always enough people to talk about like whatever topic was talked about both sides of the topic was talked about. And sometimes that led to arguments, sometimes that led to trash talking and stuff like that. But there was always counters, regardless. This gen, over the last 4 years, at least in gaming, not so much. It's been very siloed, glass house, where every participant um were in sync, even if it didn't make sense. You know, at worst, they just won't say nothing. Even if you can tell in their face they don't really believe what they believe, they wouldn't go out their way to counter whatever point was made. Unchained 1990 says, "Yo, P Rock, we finally got everything. That desperate console war is over." Facts, bro. Facts. The crazy part is they want to create some new weird stuff. They want to create platinum, I mean, not platinum, platform wars and first party publisher wars. Man, you better, or handheld wars. Nah, I'm not, nah, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, go into which game sells better on PlayStation, Gears or Intergalactic Heretic Prophet. Like what? What? Like I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Jack move Johnny. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I want to get next week. I won't be able to do it. Next week I'll be on another work trip, so there'll be no live. There'll be no 60 frames, no like podcast on Tuesday. But I might be back home to kick off a live on Friday. Yeah, I should be back because I fly in at 11 in the morning. So next Friday I'll still have a live. Oh, I got ahead of myself. So anyway, I say all that to say this: the second live podcast, right, or second live not podcast, but me going live twice a week. One is the podcast, 60 Frames Don't Like, and me on a solo live, like what I'm doing now. Plan to do it every Friday, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And the reason why I came up with that time was really my wife suggested it because I was struggling to try to figure out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And she says for the rest of the year, looks like she's picking up Friday shifts, so she'll be working Friday. So she says, "Hey, just do your second live stream on Friday." And to be consistent for now, same time as the podcast. And the reason why it's that time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, is really because it's 5:30 p.m. for me Pacific time, right? And I'm usually home in time enough to start the podcast after work. That's the reason why. That's the real reason why I do it at this time. And sometimes I'm late is because I'm like just literally walking through the door, changing clothes, booting up the PC, booting up the laptop, setting the lights up, whatever. That's really what it is. It's not like I'm home 2 hours before and I'm just sitting around doing nothing. That's literally why the time is that, right? So the rest of the year, Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 60 Frames No Like podcast, and on Fridays, Puerto Rock Live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So same time, just 2 different days and 2 different things, right? You got the podcast on Tuesdays and you got me live on Fridays. We'll rock that out for the rest of the year. Next year, sometime there'll be a change again. Not days but hours. Because I will be moving back to the East Coast. Right? So potentially early 2026, late 2025, early 2026, depending how soon I situate my new residence. Uh, Looking at uh, potentially keeping the show at the same time, or it might be even earlier. Now that I'm in the East Coast time, right? So now I don't have to do it at 8:30 p.m. because I'll be getting off work. Depending on my new career and whatever, I should be home by 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, 6 maybe, depends. So then I could do the podcast at 7 p.m. Eastern time. along with the live. But we'll talk it because I'll talk it out with the crew and stuff like that. But that's a 2026 problem, right? But for this year, 60 frames no lag, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Tuesdays, and Port Rock Live Friday. And then, that show will be the one with the guests. If I could get guests on a podcast for those that are interested, absolutely. But I think I'll be able to get more, right? So, and everyone's, and it's everyone's open the table. It really comes down to who, I'll push out the invite, let them know the date and time, and we'll see what we can do, right? Um, but going into the differences, it seemed like a lot went into, their own area in their own lane. And what I mean by own lane, everybody stuck with like-minded people. Very little people on podcasts or shows that that are live, where you have people who have, a different opinion or different view on things. And then you see the panel just talk to each other and they either argue, debate, things like that. You don't see it as much. It's almost everybody's in sync with the same idea. And I think the community that got hit the most with that is um Xbox community more than anybody else. Um Really more than anybody else with that, right? Because almost every Xbox centric podcast, I honestly cannot think of one Xbox podcast that actually agreed with me at the time it was happening on Xbox going third party. Not one. I can't think of one. When I did that video with Tim Stewart, right? No one else was really the PlayStation guys, was it, right? Um, and some PC guys too, right? But some people may credit that just to trolling or talking shit. But definitely there was no Xbox centric podcast that aligned with that idea. Um, and to tell the truth, not even Tim Dog. I mean, not even Tim Dog at that time. It wasn't until the four games is when Tim Dog realized, okay, wait a minute, this is, and that's when Tim Dog really, when he saw the first four go in, that's when Tim Dog was like, okay, you know. But before that, when the Tim Stewart CFO Satya end of the year talk, there was no Xbox podcast. None. No, none of them. None of them. None of them was even entertaining the idea of Xbox going third party, Xbox putting Halo Gears and Forza on PlayStation, new games going to PlayStation. None of them was entertaining that. That just was not a thing. Y'all saw the Jez Gordon, what is it? Tweet that is just hopium for us, right? Um, let's look at Doc real quick. Shout out to Doc. He's funny. He knows how to entertain.
These elaborate AAA, single player, massive story, high budget games. They wouldn't have to because you would have no choice. Either you're going to go PC or play on their console. What is the selling point for another Xbox? Remember, Phil said that hardware, they want you to choose it because of hardware. Well, Phil, with all these moves you're making, boy, that hardware next generation better be incredible. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, though. Because
Yo, yo, Doc is nuts, bro. This dude is nuts. How long he had that in the chamber? He had that shirt in the chamber for a long time. Yo, look at the shirt. The shirt that the P doesn't even have wrinkles yet. He never wore that shirt ever. Like when you wear a shirt, like look, you wear a shirt a lot. This starts to get wrinkled up. That thing clean. That is fresh off the Walmart rack. Absolutely fresh off the Walmart rack. Absolutely. Um, not even, not even close. Um, Wow, this is it's hilarious. He had that shirt waiting for that one day.
Wait. You wanted me to stay on the losing team? No, 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 no. Listen, save me a seat at the table. Okay. I know I've been talking a lot of trash. I know, but listen. Yeah, you call me a flip flopper all you want. Listen, you can't beat them, join them. Ooh, that sure feels nice, actually. But listen, hey yo, J Dub, you got an extra pro over there? Yo, listen. What you want me to tell you? What am I supposed to do? Stay on the sinking ship? Like what? What am I supposed to do? Well, it is what it is, man. It's a new era.
You're so stupid.
Dog 1985. There's levels to this.
Yo.
Oh man, they're gonna be mad at me for this one.
Yo.
Stop laughing, you freaking.
He knew I was gonna. He knew I was gonna watch this and crack up. Yeah. Yo.
I'm still mad at you. But hey, just you gotta let me in now, bro. You gonna let me in? I'm kicking the door in. I'm not staying.
Yo, he says, you gotta let me in. I'm your brother. You can't deny me. Doc. Oh, you stupid. Yo.
We out. Peace.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I can't, bro. Yo. Navensor, he says, that's nice of you to let your brother borrow your shirt. Oh, man. Shout out to Navensor. Yo. Yo, Doc is crazy, son. He's like, I'm sorry, man. He's not part of the symphony on the Titanic. He's not sinking with the ship. He's getting on the life raft. Oh, man. Yo, I can't. I absolutely can't right now. Yo, this is funny. This is absolutely funny. Woo! Oh man. Oh man. Oh, so where do we go from here, right? Let's talk. Let's look at some fraudulent shit right here. Oh, excuse my language. Let's look at this. Shout out to James, right? James be antagonizing. Jamie's acts. If you don't know who Jamie is, yo, Jamie is funny, bro. He be clipping all these cats with their nonsense, and he's getting to them. Like he's getting to them because yo, and they don't realize it's you guys. You guys say so much ridiculous nonsense, and the receipts come out, and they get upset. Like right here, and so Cole Eastwood, he goes, morons like Jamie's act haven't been listening to me for the past year plus. I've known about Forza and Halo for months. While some console purists are upset and threatened, I've been enjoying Xbox games on console and PC and watching the brand tenfold their games output. All right. You see this nonsense, bro? Right? Yo, this guy swears like we forget. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like he has to have multiple personalities, and like one parts of his brain don't know what the other's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like let's do this right here. Let's do this real quick. Right? Let's go here. Let me show you. Again, this is around the time when the rumors of Project Latitude. Let's listen to this cat.
A couple of leakers are saying that Hi-Fi Rush, the critically acclaimed award-nominated game from Tango Gameworks, an Xbox exclusive,
All right, he's gonna say
different website forums, and they are talking about the possibility of a critically acclaimed game from Xbox, a former exclusive going multi-platform. It was alluded that this game would come to the Nintendo Switch. Many assumed, even me, that this game would also come to PlayStation. It is pretty much being spelled out that it'll be announced soon that Hi-Fi Rush, Tango Gameworks' rhythm-based arcade game is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This begs the question whether Xbox truly will have exclusives going forward in this console generation. They've been ambiguous and been everything but clear about how they will treat their games from their first-party studios or the games they partner with in global publishing that are becoming first-party games that are exclusive to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass. During the court fight,
actually, no, but let's just listen, because, yeah, let's just keep going. So what you're going to hear is, you're going to hear his explanation. This is how he really felt, how exclusives are going to go forward on Xbox. This whole, like, oh, I knew. Okay.
Fight for the Activision Blizzard deal that went on during the middle of 2023, a graphic was shown, which I am calling an exclusive gradient graph.
So now, see, this is what's crazy. He created like a little graph or gradient graph of how, you know, depending on, you know, it's kind of like the spectrum graph, right? He literally, and this is the thing, there was no data or information released to even be able to create this graph. He made it up. This is his opinion. This is all his opinion of what he thinks Xbox gonna handle exclusives, you know, for their first party games based on this graph, even though there was no information to even, you know, develop this graph. But listen to this.
Which shows on the far left that Xbox considers smaller games to be niche and for a niche audience and not really conducive or important to be exclusive. And then in the middle, you have uncertain new IPs that they will have exclusive. And then on the far right, they have the games that are just so big, they have to be everywhere, like Call of Duty and Minecraft. Now, looking at the middle, you see games like Redfall and Starfield. At the time, the Xbox was not sure where these games are going.
So you see what I'm talking about? And I'm going to further clarify his damage control attempt.
Land, so they thought of them as big tentpole games. But over here,
okay, so you see this corny ass graph he made, right? This is how he thought exclusives was. So the red areas of his graph, those are the extremes, right? On one side is niche, audience, small opportunity, and then the far side of it is mass market, right? So those two extremes, any games that fall in those areas, those reddish areas, right? They can't be exclusives. Whether it's because the IP is just too small or niche to make it exclusive, meaning it's not going to sell a lot if you just keep it exclusive to Xbox or Game Pass, so it really needs as many people as possible, or if the game is just too big to keep exclusives, like Minecraft and Call of Duty. Now, games that fall in the middle, and you heard them, that falls in the middle, new IPs, experimental IPs, stuff like that, those are the ones that's going to be exclusives. So the green, right, those are the exclusives. And he gave Starfield and Redfall as an example. So no, he did not know Forza, Halo Gears, and all this other stuff was going to be multi-plat, third party on PlayStation. No, he did not. Right? Now the question is, where did he get this info? Where did he get this stuff where, all right, small titles, smaller titles, niche titles, yep, that's going to be multi-plat. Games too big for the platform or for one platform or whatever, like Call of Duty, Minecraft, that's going to be multi-plat. But everything else that falls in this boundary, those are the exclusives. So titles that fall in that window, the green zone, yep, those are exclusives. That's him. So no, he didn't know anything. He didn't know. These guys knew nothing. Like I said, none of these Xbox cats, none of them co-signed the third-party strategy, the big three going to PlayStation. That was all lies. None of them did that. None of them. None of them. Okay? It wasn't until it was blatantly obvious, right, after the big four that I'd say Mags might have been one, right? But by the time he said it, I've been done said that, right?
Have Minecraft.
If anything, the core four, like the first four, I even made a video saying whatchamacallit, and I'll look for it. I even said a video, I think it was a video tweet, that when the numbers came out in January 2024, I said something's big's gonna happen in 2024 because these numbers are just too pathetic, bruh. Like something's gonna happen. I just didn't know it was gonna happen like 3 weeks later when Phil announced, the first four.
Craft and Call of Duty, which were supposed to be multi-platform from the very start. Over here, you have Psychonauts 2 and Fallout 76. Now, both of those were already always going to be multi-platform due to the contractual obligations of Psychonauts 2. They were acquired, Double Fine came to Xbox, and Psychonauts 2 has been a multi-platform because that's the deal that was in agreement with the original publishing deal, and it was under crowdfunding before. That's kind of convoluted. But Fallout 76 was always a multi-platform game, launched in 2019, I think it was, and that game was made as a multi-platform team before the Bethesda Studios was acquired and brought into Xbox. So saying that those are niche games that are multi-platform is kind of not really painting the true picture of what Xbox thinks of for this exclusive gradient graphic. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because the issue of saying a game is too big or too amazing to remain exclusive to the Xbox in the middle part of the gradient. Nate the Hate talked in his podcast at length about how Xbox probably, and he's assuming, has this strategy where they can just bring out a new IP, like something like Starfield or something like Contraband or Avowed, and bring out these games and say, let's see how they do exclusively on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass first. And then, this is the weirdest part, he's saying that he thinks that Microsoft is thinking if the game doesn't do well over here, like if it's niche or, since it's single player and it doesn't sell a lot, that they'll bring it to other platforms later. But if the game does really, really well and is really super successful, they'll think about either making it timed exclusive and eventually bring it to the Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, or the PS5. Now, the problem with that thinking, which I don't agree with Nate the Hate on this, he's saying that this is their strategy. His strategy basically means if Xbox puts out a middle of the road game, and Avowed could really be that, it'll score pretty high according to their track record, and it'll sell pretty well. Okay, so if Avowed is like a middle of the ground great game and doesn't like blow everyone away and it doesn't become a niche game that no one plays, Xbox will keep it exclusive. None of this logically makes sense business-wise, where Xbox has every motivation to make all of their games, whether they're small or whether they're big, to be exclusive to Xbox consoles, PC on Steam and Windows Xbox app, and then on Game Pass. Like, this is what you want to do. If Avowed is middle of the road, or if Avowed is really good, Avowed will bring in subscribers to Game Pass for the entirety of the year. And of course, Microsoft can say after that, let's think about bringing those games to another platform. Maybe the Nintendo Switch 2 can run these games. Now, of course, I'll put in my personal opinion, where me, as somebody who talks about the Xbox platform, I tell people, play on PC, play on Xbox, Game Pass, play on a console, play on...
Well, now you're going to say play on PlayStation because Phil wants you to say that. So you must say that. Can't say don't play on PlayStation. You got to do what Phil tells you to do. This is what Phil wants. So you got to do it, Cope.
On the cloud if you want, but Xbox wants you in the ecosystem. That money funnels back in so they can make more games or acquire more partnerships to make more games that are available to you, the customer. You're going to have an increase of sales. If Avowed sells 2 million copies of the game across PC and Xbox, even though it's in Game Pass, if you bring it onto PlayStation 5 a year later, you can guarantee you'll get another 1 million sales for an older game because it's on another platform and a bigger platform. It brings this problem with fans and especially the media, which is Xbox's new game.
What? Wait, what was that? Whoa, hold on. What did you put there, bro? Hold up. Elder Scrolls 6 will skip PS5 and isn't coming until at least 2026. this guy really said, homeboy really said, he really said, Elder Scrolls 6 is skipping PS5. Elders. Yeah, y'all really making it hard for me not to curse. Really making it hard for me not to curse right now. Really making it hard for me not to curse. I can't believe he ever said that. And he has the nerve to say he always knew Forza and Halo was coming over the last year or so. Oh, man, I need Jesus. You know what? We're going to keep it classy. We're going to keep it classy. That's how we're going to do. We're going to keep it classy. Bro, we're going to move on from this. We're going to move on from this.
Yeah, which is Xbox's new game. Like,
yeah. We closing that out. We wrapping that up. You wrapped up, Colt. Colt, you wrapped up. And then you have the nerve to call people stupid. Then he go on a rant on Twitter. Hold on. He went on a rant, didn't he? He went on a rant, didn't he? Let's go right here. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? Yo, peoples, man. Like, yo, champ. Like, how are these cats doing this? Oh, let's chill with this.
Out of gaming, Halo, Gears, and Forza. Halo, Gears, and Forza. Halo, Gears, and Forza. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck.
Well, we gotta put a scratch on that. Oh snap! Oh snap! We got Alloy chilling next to the AMG. Oh man, this is so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. Yo, we all right. Yo, did y'all see my new video? Oh yeah, I'll show you. We'll talk about that later, right? What was
Oh
this?
shit. Yo, there's a rumor.
Absolutely.
It's not real. It's a rumor. That's like me saying right now, oh shit. Yo, there's a rumor that my insiders tell me next week at Gamescom, PlayStation's gonna come out on the stage with Phil and say every PlayStation game is coming day and date to Xbox going forward.
Absolutely.
Hold on. We're gonna have to go back a bit. But let's do this real quick. I know he is. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Listen.
biased because I'm already am, but I think
What is it? The audacity of this cat.
you guys are. I don't want to be super biased because I'm already am, but I think PlayStation fans have to be the most low rent,
Yes.
low intelligence, dumbest, one dimensional.
And guys, you have balls because you getting smoke too. Y'all getting smoke on this one. Just stand by.
Amoebas on the planet. Just a puddle of DNA oozing around and saying, PlayStation's here, Xbox is here. I can't believe this stuff. And then they call me a dummy. They call me an artard. They call me.
You said Elder Scrolls 6 was going to be exclusive, not on PS5. What do you expect people to call you when you say shit like that? When you make videos like that? Like, what do you expect?
Call me all these names, and they say all this stuff and say that I'm a liar and I'm dumb. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Like you like here.
You guys are.
Yo, Jamie, Jamie, yo, Jamie's yo, oh my God, yo, this is wild. Oh man, oh man. Here you go, Xbox News anchor. Oh, this is a parody account though. Um, let's see. Phil Spencer, we are not a third party publisher. Damn, these Sony fanboys can't catch a break. Every narrative down the drain from the man himself. I already said if Xbox games go to PlayStation, I'm done with the brand. You know, I'm telling you, there was no Xbox podcast that was doing this. Oh, Jamie's got Lords. Lords, please don't do it. What did y'all do?
I'm a consumer first.
Yep.
I'm literally that's what I care. I mean, all that, yo, I'm paying for it. Great, go pay for the game. Go fund my habit.
Yep.
Go.
No, Cog. No. You were one of the last ones. No. Don't do that, Cog. No. Oh my
You pay.
You a good dude. You're a good dude, bro. Why? Why would you? Oh, you a good dude. No. Y'all good dudes, bro. iLords is good dudes. They're good peoples. Oh, man.
Eat. So I'm fine. If you and what's crazy is it's the Doctor Strange. It's the time stone thing. Like, bro, if this helps them succeed, and now let's be real. What do we got to admit? PlayStation guys, Nintendo Switch guys, now tuning in intently to Xbox showcases with the potential that, yo, it could go there. So again, I'm okay with my games being funded on an ecosystem I like and a service I think is the best service in gaming. I'm a consumer.
Oh man. I'm gonna say this. See, this is why it would be. But you know what though? Shout out to Lion Lords, because I do. You know, when I catch them, they do at times battle each other. So I seen that. So shout out to them with that. Right. Here's the thing, man. Maybe Cock don't understand. I don't understand this. First, say this. First, let's start with this. PlayStation funding your games. Your games is being made by a $3 trillion company. You already have the funds. This is not about funding games. Because you already have the company's $3 trillion. Like Sony's like $150 billion company. You got a $3 trillion juggernaut. Your games was getting funded. Game Pass was been getting funded, right? This was about maximizing profit on a strategy that they had to adopt to, because the current strategy wasn't working. They were not going to get there. There's not enough console sales. And yes, consoles is not an archaic metric. It's not antiquated. Consoles is the big deal. In fact, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Where's it at? I hope I have it here. But give me a second, right? And I showed it. I think I already showed this on a live once, right? But give me 1 minute. Where is it at? Where you at? Where you at? Where he at? Where he at? There we go. Let me do this. Let me open this new tab. All right. So I showed this already, right? I swear, I owe y'all a video on this. But, if you look at this chart, console games, right? In 2024 made $50 billion. PC, $41 billion, right? So we're not going to get into which is better or talk shit to PC. Not really the point, right? But console games is a $50 billion game industry, right? But here's the thing. How does it become a $50 billion game industry? How do game makers how does the industry, console, sell $50 billion worth of games? How are games sold, right? Games are sold through a marketplace, right? And in console, who are the marketplace? Like how, if you're a console gamer and you bought a console game, how did you do it? You had to do it through a marketplace. And what are the marketplace? The marketplace is PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, right? For example, if you bought Hogwarts Legacy, you needed a console device. You either bought it on PlayStation, you either bought it on Xbox, or you bought it on Switch, because that's where the game is available. If you're a console gamer and you want to play Grand Theft Auto 6, how are you going to play that game? If you don't have a console, you can't. You know, if you can't even buy it if you have a PC because it's not coming out PC date. So, Grand Theft Auto 6, the day it launches, there's only two ways to play that game. There's only two ways, two marketplaces. The Xbox marketplace via the Xbox Series S and X, or the PlayStation marketplace via the PS5 and PS5 Pro. That's it. That's the only way you're going to be able to play those games. And that's where you make the money, right? The platform or the marketplace where most people gravitate to play the game, that marketplace is going to benefit the most because they're going to get the most out of their 30% cut, you know? So let's say if day one between Xbox and PlayStation, 10 million copies are sold digitally and physically, 10 million. And out of the 10 million, 8 million are sold on PlayStation. That's 30% of 8 million sales versus 30% of 2 million sales, right? I think everybody, right? So we're all with me, right? And for the people, you know, watching this later on, think about that. Now imagine that type of difference every single time with every single video game in the catalog library of third party. And that's exactly why this is happening. Majority of the games in the console market, right, are being bought through PlayStation. Most of the gamers are buying their stuff. They are opening up the PlayStation Store, or if they go to a physical store to buy it physically, they're buying the PlayStation 5 physical copy of the game. And every title that's bought, right? Every money transaction, you know, if you play Fortnite and more people are playing Fortnite on PlayStation than they do on Xbox, that means PlayStation's getting more money transactions. If more people bought NBA 2K, right, then that means they're spending more money on PlayStation, right? Besides the sales of the game. If more people are buying Football Club on PlayStation versus Xbox, that 30% of money transaction, all that stuff, that's where the big money is, right? Now compare how many third-party games in the industry out there compared to first-party games. The majority of the games, the majority of the library has always been third-party because that's where most of the developers reside. Most of the developers do not reside under a first-party portfolio, right? They're all mostly third-party, all out there. And they all make games for platforms because the platforms are the marketplace. That's the mechanism needed to get people to buy their game, right? So Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Shadow, they want console gamers to buy their game, so they have to make the game on a console because Assassin's Creed Ubisoft doesn't have their own physical console to sell their games to. They sell their games through another manufacturer, another provider. So they sell their games through, in this case, through Xbox or PlayStation, right? Assassin's Creed Shadow's not on Switch. Might be on the Switch too, but for now, it's on two consoles, right? There you go. If they want to sell to the PC market, obviously they're going to put the game on Steam because that is the biggest marketplace on PC. And then they'll put it on any other PC marketplace, right? That's what people don't understand with the consoles, right? That's why the consoles is such a big deal. It isn't a big deal if your console's not selling and you don't have the market penetration. You don't have the global reach all around the world of people buying your console. And by right of buying that console, they are going to buy games through your store. Or if they're going to buy a physical copy, they're going to buy the Xbox physical copy. And not a lot of people are doing that. And because not a lot of people are buying games through the Xbox store or buying Xbox physical copies, because not a lot of people have the console to begin with, Microsoft's strategy of trying to make money through that method isn't working. So they're just going to go stick with their titles and make money with their titles. But to make money through their titles, they can't keep it locked on a console that hardly anyone owns. That's why you're not getting exclusives. That's why Xbox gamers are not getting exclusives. You're not big enough, okay? You're not a big enough audience to deserve or have exclusives. You're not big enough. So to say, hey, we're gonna put exclusives and keep it on, just keep it Xbox and PC, keep it away PlayStation, so that way our brand identity, get people to buy more consoles. Microsoft doesn't believe they can do that. They don't get to believe that their games is gonna be enough to get people to move away from PlayStation or to get people to choose Xbox over PlayStation. They don't believe in that. And what they currently have, y'all not big enough to be fed exclusives. So Microsoft, they're just like, you know what? You guys get Game Pass. That's what you get on console if you choose to get that day one subscription one. And that's it. You're not gonna get much else out of them. You're not gonna get exclusive titles. Your group is too small. There's hardly anyone that owns a console in Europe and in Asia and all parts of the world. And even in the United States, Xbox is getting its butt whooped. So enough. Game Pass is your main benefit and stuff, right? As far as games funding, games gonna get funded, right? But they want lots of sales, and they can't get it on the console. Can't get it on the Xbox console, right? And PC by itself is not enough. We already saw, what is it? The charts over here in December. Look how big of a gap that is. PlayStation sales on PlayStation completely crushed the combined sales of Xbox and PC. It's an absolute crush, So the fundamental understanding is Xbox is simply not a good marketplace provider. Now that we got out that the way, let me show this. Right? Let me go here. Let me bring this up here. This was, oh my God, over a year ago? This was around November time frame. This is around the Tim Stewart. The disrespect, boy. These guys are real disrespectful. The disrespect. How they doubted me. Shout out to Lord Horg. He says, I am claiming this Xbox on my taxes as my dependents, and soon they better start cooking and cleaning. If they're saying we supporting them, that's it. Head of household. Right? I'm going to file taxes. I need your social security numbers. Putting you all listed. Shout out to Lord. All right? Let's listen to this right here. Oh, this is beautiful. This is like I said, this is around the time when everybody was talking about Tim Stewart. And I'm going to do a little flashback of my own stuff. But there was no Xbox-centric personality at that time that even remotely even tried to even consider the possibility of Xbox going third party, of Xbox putting their games on PlayStation. None of them. Right? And I think the reason why I'm putting this one, because this one explains their mentality. You can see what they were thinking about this, right? You're gonna see firsthand what exactly this was about. Now listen to this.
Fucking brilliant for this conversation. Holy shit! Apparently,
What?
what, bro? Come on, man. How could you miss
All right,
it?
what are you talking about? The third party?
Xbox is going third party plans.
Xbox third party.
Oh shit! If you're on social media, you saw this fucking craziness. That was just turmoil. Celebrations galore from the pony stables. They revealed simultaneously. Now we know. J-Dub, Porter Rock, King Thrash, you guys desperately want Xbox games on PlayStation. You are secret big Xbox fans. Grand opening, grand closing. And the grand closing came back so fast in another 24 hours. Your anus got destroyed. What?
What is it with gas and anuses? Loud. Out loud. You need out loud. Loud. Can't be hearing this.
What am I talking about? So CFO Tim, whatever his name is at Microsoft,
Stewart
made this statement, and people read that into it, including Nibbles, and they thought, holy shit, this is it. Microsoft, Xbox is going third party. Xbox games on PlayStation, it's the death knell. What happened?
So they took a portion of this article.
Now I'm going to say this. And maybe I'm going to assume he didn't see what I did. Maybe he's referencing other people. But if Fonz, if you saw what I did, then I'm disappointed in you. I'm really disappointed in Fonz. Because Fonz used to podcast with me. He was on 60 Frames No Lag. So he knows I do research, deep research. I don't just jump out a paragraph, and try to make serious statements and serious claims out of something, right? I do serious research. He knows, right? So I'm going to assume he didn't at the time. I'm going to assume. I'm going to go there, right? Because if he did, I'm disappointed, right? Because if he did, he should have been like, guys, listen, I known P-Rock for a bit. I used to podcast with him. And if he's saying this, we might want to discuss on the why. He should have been like, I used to podcast with P-Rock and I know how he rolls. And you saying P-Rock got his anus destroyed, I would be careful, guys, because he's going to come. Guys, Fonz, you should have warned them. You should have warned them, like, wait a minute. And even if you didn't know, the moment you heard guys says P-Rock, you should have been like, whoa, hold on. J-Dub, okay. King Thrash, other people, okay, I got it, right? The antagonizers, and Thrash, he just doesn't give a fuck, right? Excuse my language. He doesn't give a F. But, Fonz, you should have put some respect on my name. When guys said my name, you should have been like, hold on. P-Rock said what? Is P-Rock saying they going third party? You sure, guys? And guys would be like, yes, the bloody funk, the bloody bum, the bloody pony in the stables is clicking and hooping, saying they're going third party, whatever, in his British accent. And Fonz should have been like, Fonz should have been like this. P-Rock said they're going third party? Ooh, guys, we might. You know what? We're going to have to talk to Puerto Rock. Fonz should have been like, we need to talk to P-Rock. We need to get him here. Because if he's saying they're going third party, but instead, he does
article, this, as they usually do, right? They cherry pick a little portion that says that the CFO said that they were looking to expand some of their games on, PlayStation and even Nintendo. But if you look at the whole conversation, and context is everything, people. And I put a tweet about this because it's like, it was obvious that he was talking about the ABK deal, and he was talking about games like COD, but people are going to run with it. Oh no, he said that he wants to put games on PlayStation. They're going third party. And they all ran out to the streets and celebrated. They were happy about getting Xbox games on their platform. And that's what's hilarious, right? And, you try to talk to him. You try to tell him, calm him down. Hey, this is not what he was talking about. It's about, read the rest of it. Context, people. Come on, reading comprehension.
No, you're asking for too much in this community. You're asking for too much there.
Oh, my gosh. Way too much.
I just put out a tweet, just before Phil Spencer. So, Tim Sorry says this. Let me read out what the offending quote was. I'm just reading out here. He goes, look, again, not announcing anything broadly, but our mission is to bring our first party experiences, our subscription services. This remember that word, our subscription services, to every screen that can take they can play a game. That means smart TVs, mobile devices. That means we would have thought as competitors in the past, PlayStation and Nintendo. We're going to do NVIDIA, GeForce Now, their gaming subscription services. I think you're indiscernible. Think on tomorrow you can talk about that. So a lot of people, there is admittedly part of that does sound like it says, though those you thought as competitors. But then when later on, first of all, he talks about subscription services, but then later on he says, but we think about talking about a business to these endpoints. Again, it's that high margin business to new gamers that really Activision allows us to do in a much easier way. He's talking about Activision, he's talking about ABK, he's talking about Call of Duty, which is a third-party available title. Now, then Phil Spencer comes out and then he releases some dank memes. He goes, and look at Jess Gordon, shout out to Jess, with an expertly timed interview and with Phil Spencer, no less. And again, Phil Spencer says, we have no plans to bring Xbox Game Pass to PlayStation or Nintendo.
The timing of that was so beautiful. You couldn't make it up, man.
Jez did an excellent job. Jez did an excellent job asking.
And the crazy part is, 2 months later, they introduced the first 4. Like, literally, because this was November. December, January, February. Right?
Jez,
I'm gonna let him talk a little
Jez, listen, you guys come at Jez, yeah, every time he speaks truthfully about shit, even if it's like negative against Xbox. Jez helped you deliver the bots some major L's, including me, major L's to the ponies. Just a few hours before this interview, I just put a GIF up and said, I'm just capturing all the receipts of all these Xbox is going third party shit. I'm just capturing all of them. And without, I didn't even realize that a couple of hours later, this article would come out and it would completely.
What did you do with all the receipts, though? You still got them?
I'm in the ass. So it's quite fun.
What is it with you and ass? Yo, we gotta get you and Craig on a podcast. Yo, him and Craig will be wild, bro. On a podcast, guys and Craig with Diddy Oil. Yo, that shit will be wild, bro. That shit will be crazy, bro. Yo, we gotta get y'all two on a podcast, bro. You know? We could call that, we could call that, you know, we could do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way podcast. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, bro. This is wildin'. They wildin', bro. We gotta get you and Craig on that podcast. Sponsored by Diddy Oil.
Funny, but it does show there's a communication problem at Microsoft generally. Get Tim or whoever out there. They need to be thinking of they got to be careful with the way
a communication problem. It's a listening problem. It's a comprehension problem. Like
it's a stupid problem, is what it is.
It's a lot of people out there not understanding what they're listening to. I mean, they're sitting there listening, blah 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 blah. PlayStation, PlayStation, third party, and they ran with it. Like it was just dumb. It was really ignorant.
The thing is,
all right, I had enough. All right, let me do some super chat. We got what you call it? Glenzer says PS getting Xbox games 60 frames, no Game Pass. Should I call that? Should that be the name of my Friday live? 60 frames, no Game Pass live. Unchained 1990. Thank you for super chat. Says Guy's voice hasn't made it to adulthood. Oh man, come on now. Oh man, this is crazy. Come on, let's keep it classy, people. Let's keep it classy. Gordo P23 says he said Game Pass wasn't coming, not games. Phil is deceiving Mastermind, and I made a video talking about that too. I said he specifically just said Game Pass, and we already knew that. We didn't need another just Gordon video reiterating Game Pass isn't coming to PlayStation, Nintendo. They already said no, right? But here's the thing. So you hear the complaints. Comprehension, read, listen. But here's the thing. I didn't strictly read this topic. I still think I am the only one to actually present the topic to the audience. I think I was the only one that did this for everybody, right? Let's do a flashback. This was my video on Tim Stewart explaining what's going on.
My friends, my family, my fellow gamers, is your only friend these YouTube streets, Puerto77, and we got some great conversation today. This guy right here. You're thinking, who's this bald dude that's smiling? That guy right there, his name is Tim Stewart. He's the chief financial officer for Xbox. Why is he important? Why am I making a video about him? Well, this guy, right, recently is here in California. He attended this. This is the Wells Fargo Summit, right?
Can anyone point to an Xbox channel that actually showed this? None of them. They're talking about reading comprehension. That's all they did. All they did was read articles of quotes. None of them said, you know what? Let me go to the source. And the crazy part is this is free. All you got to do is just put your first, last name and an email, and then they sent you the link to the Wells Fargo Summit. And it's recorded, and all you got to do is click on it and listen to it. None of them, none of these Xbox content creators, you know, the hardcore Xbox guys, none of them said, let me go to the source, let's listen to the source, and let's present the source to the community. None of them.
Right? And he was talking about topics such as AI, Microsoft investments, gaming, their investments in gaming, and the things that Microsoft is doing. But why this is becoming a big topic? Why am I involved in this? Why is Twitter lit up right now? Because this guy spoiled the beans. He pretty much told everybody that Microsoft will be putting games on PlayStation and Nintendo.
He absolutely did. That's what's crazy. If you just listen to it. That's why I found this weird. I'm like, yo, these guys are bugging, bro. When that week was going, I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on, bro. I was like, yo, this is mad. They're a bunch of weirdos, bro. Like, at that point, I'm looking at all these cats as weirdos. I'm like, bro, either your communication skills suck ass, or I don't know, man. Because I'm like, these guys are bugging. Did any of them even bother to listen?
And you're going to hear it. You're not going to say, oh, Puerto Rock, you're misrepresenting. He's talking about Call of Duty. We're not going to play that nonsense. That's why I found this. Oh, yeah. This is the whole recording to it, right? But of course, he talks about a whole bunch of stuff. So obviously, I isolated to the part where he starts talking about the explanation of putting games on PlayStation, Nintendo, all types of devices. And it's all about money. Oh, yeah. It's there. You're going to hear it. You know what? I'm not even going to waste your time. Why am I going to keep dangling this carrot? I'm not going to dangle a carrot. We're going to get right to it. So I'm going to pause this mic, and we're just going to listen.
Operating leverage and margin expansion, definitely a piece of that puzzle. I'm
not going to go present this. If you guys are interested, I could post the link again. But I played the thing for the community. How many views this thing got? 5K views? You know, normally what I do really good right there. I wish it was more. I wish if there was any video that had insane amount of views was this one. That way most of the people, it had a lot of comments though, you know, over 500, but it was weird, man. Like, and all I did was like, you know what? I'm going to let you guys listen to it, the whole thing. And when you listen to it, you're like, these guys did not listen to that. They just didn't. Because if they would have listened to that entirely, they would have been like, oh, shit. They would have been like, yo, that's crazy. Easily. They would have been like, it's a wrap. Oh, man. Shout out to Craig. He said, Sony told MS to get ready for that cheek busting. Oh, man. Oh, Craig came in with the Diddy oil. Oh, man. Yo. Let's see what else we got here, right?
See where the interest is.
Yo, what's up with Kiss Move? What's up with Kiss Move? Because ever since this Forza Horizon, yo. Where's it at? Okay. Let's start with him though, real quick.
Nothing coming out for you. After the latest Destin interview, it's clear that nothing coming out from Camp Xbox is remotely true. In my opinion, today, January the 30th, will be a day that will be remembered as the day Xbox kind of lost its brand. Xbox has 3 pillars: Halo, Gears, and Forza.
He said,
And any
yo, mark this shit on your calendar, bro. This day will live in infamy. Yo, they're treating this shit like Pearl Harbor, bro. Yo, this shit. Yo, he said today, January 30th of the year of our Lord, 2025. Oh, shit. Yo. Yo, my man put that in scripture. Oh, man, he said today, January 30th, in the year of our Lord, first of his name, Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer killed the brand. Oh, man.
one of them leaving mean the others are going to follow. I don't know. I think this Forza news, I didn't care about all the others. I didn't even care about Doom, honestly. It was the 3 pillars that I cared about. And I think that what they've demonstrated today is something that I personally am a little disappointed in. They've basically looked at all their customers.
You should have paid attention to my channel, bro. You would have been prepared. You know, you would have listened. Chaos, you're a good dude. But if you would have been paying attention to my channel and get the tutelage, get the mentorship that I was providing, you would have prepared for this day. You would have been resilient, you would have been strong, and you would have been like certified by Porter Rock. I knew this day was coming, and thanks to Porter Rock, he looked out. I'm ready. Come on, man. Listen, I'm your only friend in these YouTube streets for a reason. Hold on, this thing popped out. I'm your only friend in these YouTube streets. Am I not? Chat, you think I'm your only friend in these YouTube streets? Did I not look out for you guys? Aaron, even you. You can't say I didn't look out for you, Aaron. I looked out for you. You spit in my face. You threw trash. Put a crown of thorn on my forehead. You whipped chains at me. You spit at me. And all I tried to do was save your soul. I was saving your soul, Aaron. You know? I was trying to get you redeemed. You know? I was trying to save your soul. You spat at me. You know? You denied my name 3 times, Aaron. Aaron, I reached out for you. How can you do this to me? I just wanted you to be happy with the facts and the truth. I want to bless you in the glory of pisser, and you were gonna get pissed on. I tried to help you. Why did you let me? Why? 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 Why did you deny me? I just wanted what was best for you. You come to the podcast every week and I showed you kindness. And what did you do? You spit at me. You cursed at me. You said some disgusting things. You spread rumors about me. Why, Aaron? Glassdoor Gamer, thank you for the super chat. Says gaming media is cooked. They're trying to help Microsoft save face, pushing Xbox narratives of the future of gaming as the future of gaming, the richest last place company. Yo, how you have that money and you in last place in gaming, bro? That shit is wild, bro.
Looked at, these people interviewing them. In my opinion, they have actively lied to the interviewer's face by saying what they said.
They said no red lines, man. One more. This shit's making the boogers come out of my nose, bro. Oh, man. Yo, what more does Phil need to say? I can't. Oh my God, bro. Yo. Oh man. Oh man, these one-on-one lives are gonna be hot. I'm gonna try to get Post up. That's what I'm gonna do for next Friday. Post. Oh, I'm gonna get Post up in here. We gonna get Post up. He's gonna be the first one. We're gonna get Post up. We're gonna get the Botfather. You know, we're gonna get Next Gen 720 high on Adderall. We're gonna get all of them. I'm gonna reach out to all of them. I'm gonna go to the archives. Everyone's on the list. I'll get Boomstick if I can. Everyone. We're gonna chop it up. We got to. We cannot miss this opportunity. 2025 is gonna be lit. There's no way we can miss on this opportunity. We just can't. How can we not get together and talk? I'm getting against Kiss Move. Probably is not gonna come. He probably hates me, man. Even though I love the dude. I love his content. He's my favorite Xbox because he's so funny and like lighthearted. You know what I mean? Like, how can I put it? It's like he sees Xbox through the lens of a child. Like he just loves it, and his content is just enjoyable. Like only he. You know what I mean? Kiss Move is just, when he's like, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Like only he can pull that off. If guys try to do that, I'll be like, man, you're such a pussy. But the Smooth, you can relate. You're like, you can feel, man. I felt that. Anyone else does it, I'll just be like, the fuck? Excuse my language. I'm sorry for cursing. I'll be like, the F? What you talking about, man? Stop being a wuss. But Smooth, I'm like, oh, man, you know what I'm talking about? Like, some dudes act, you're like, man up. But when another dude, you're like, man, I feel you. That's like Smooth. I look at Smooth, I'm like, yo, I feel you, bro. I can feel your pain, man. I'm empathizing for him.
And then turned around and did the complete opposite. I mean, Phil Spencer knew that this was landing on the 30th.
And you know what's the crazy part, Chaos? Shout out to him though. He did show up on the podcast, right? And I would love him back, one-on-one live or whatever is best comfortable for him. Phil has done that repeatedly. When y'all were going through the ABK deal, he knew Sea of Thieves was being ported. He knew. When he did that Jez Corden interview, and Jez Corden tried to use it to say games are going to be exclusive, they're not coming to PlayStation, Phil knew he already had 4 in the chamber. My man had 4 in the chamber ready. Pop, 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 pop. Ready to pop off within weeks. Because this was like late November, early December 2024. He popped off in January with Project Latitude. Right? He knew. Doom, Dark Age was going to be day one. He knew his studios got the PlayStation 5 Pro dev kits. That's why they were able to, support PS5 Pro right off the gate with Call of Duty. Day one. And then all these other games were pro enhancements. He got the dev kits. They paid for it. So this shouldn't be surprising that he knew about January 30th. You're right. But he's done that multiple times. It's crazy.
And he makes a statement like that. I think it's just wrong. Right? I think it's wrong. But as it's developing right now, there's no holding it back now. I just think the brand itself at this point means nothing. And Phil Spencer did this. And honestly, I think, Destin asked him, what do you want your legacy to be? And he gave a really cool response, which, was nice. It was heartfelt. And it was nice to hear him being so humble. Unfortunately, he is going to be known as the dude that, one-upped Don Matrick. Don Matrick, we all know from the Xbox One era, but I think Phil Spencer will be forever known as the guy that put the final nail in the coffin. After
I can't. Yo, this is. Yo. Yo, these memes are so. They just hit, right? They just hit because Yo, these memes are just awesome. Oh man. Oh man, this guy's pulling out receipts, boy. Let's see this one. Let's hear this guy.
This news broke on a Thursday afternoon on January 30th, and fans went crazy on social media and gaming forums. Cue all of the Xbox is dead videos and articles and all of the replies for people expecting Xbox to completely ditch the console. Of course, that's not the only thing that's coming to the PlayStation from Xbox Game Studios. In fact, Jez Corden of Windows Central says that Halo the Master Chief Collection is coming to the PlayStation 5 even sooner than the revealed spring for Forza Horizon 5. That means just before that, Halo Master Chief Collection will get its reveal. This is all tied into the supposed idea that in April, Nintendo will have their full reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2. There, they'll have partners and showcases for games from their own studios and multi-platform studios that will be porting their games to the brand new Nintendo Switch. This is likely where we're going to see reveals for Halo the Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 5 running on a Nintendo Switch, and maybe even Gears or other beloved titles from the Xbox Game Studios teams.
There's Red Gaming Tech. Now it's official. Forza's coming, and it's looking most certain Halo and Fable will become incoming too. It really makes me wonder how the next gen of Xbox hardware will look. Will it be a traditional console, more like a PC with Xbox branding, or something else? Kepler, I think Nadella will pull the plug soon. Oh man. What's this?
No, I've got a 4080 PC. So like if Xbox dies, then it is what it is. I said to people in LA, to their face, I said it to their faces, that they're making a huge mistake. They've got all these games. You know, why can't we at least give it a chance? You know, what would it look like if Doom the Dark Ages was exclusive to Xbox? What would sales look like that month? Microsoft is convinced it wouldn't help. They will absolutely not change course no matter what anyone says. They are not going to change course no matter how angry you get, no matter how many tweets you write, no matter what positions you sign, no matter how many photographs you post of fake destroyed Xbox consoles. They are not going to change course. So you've got to just move on with your life or just accept it. And I've become Zen, Rand. I've become Zen. It's because they're not going to stop.
I become Zen. Oh man, but Jez, that's why I don't think this is another thing I noticed. They won't let go of the console war. And what I mean by that is, I get it. Console war talking's trash. Some people are misinforming, whatever. But at a certain point, you have to ignore the console war fanboy noise and go for the real data. Go for the real information. Ask the hard questions. How is these low Xbox sales impacting revenue from third-party games, from peripheral sales, from subscription sales, right? You got to ask those questions, right? And if you're honest with yourself with those questions, you will see that Xbox console sales are not producing the revenue as a marketplace provider, and that's why Microsoft is making these decisions. Let's look at this one. This is April 2024. This was Crap Gamer. Crap Gamer says, I'm shocked a first-party game that was basically Xbox only successful new IP of the entire Xbox One generation is going to the platform that actively tries to kill Xbox every day. And I think he's talking about Sea of Thieves. General MLD, if it's Halo, Gears, or Forza, I'm right there with you. Otherwise, let's be real. Sea of Thieves stopped being a system seller a long time ago. I'd rather it last 10 plus years multi-plat than fade away as an exclusive. That's tough. Oh shit, little bro is everywhere. He's with Risket the Biscuit. I was even trying to get him on. Let's all come together and let's have these conversations. Let's not block it. Hey, no red lines on podcasting. No walled gardens. Okay? Let's all hit each other up. Let's get these convos going. The time is ripe. Let's all listen. Let's all get together. No red lines on who's gonna be on what podcast. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's get it on. Let's get back. Let's make podcasts great again. Let's go. Let's just do it. No red lines. No more silos. No more glass houses or echo chambers. None of that. Break the wall. Let's do it. Where we all podcast, we all win. let's just do it. Let's just get it out there, man. Let's just do it.
When I saw that picture of Gran Turismo 7 and Forza Horizon 5 together, and I realized there's only one place you could play both of them, I'm not gonna lie, that actually hurt my soul. And I'm anti-exclusives, but that actually kind of bothered me a little bit. Listen, I figured if you can't beat them, join them. Bruh. When I saw,
but here's the thing: even if you are a PC gamer, there's only one platform where you can play Forza and Gran Turismo 7. So even PC can help you. There. There's only one place you can do it. There's only one platform where you got both on the one platform. Right? Oh man. That's some wild stuff. That is absolutely wild. Shout out to James, man. Shout out to James. Let's see what's going on also, with that. Oh man. Oh, shout out to SPRX88. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Hold on. I gotta use that. That is gorgeous. Yo. Come on, bro. Look at that. There we go. Already changed it. Yo, if you haven't followed him, man, follow him, man. He's a good dude, man. Shout out to the Godfather never forgets. Time to collect their debts with their receipts. Hey, yo. Shout out to him, man. But hey, so, man, let's talk about a couple of things. Oh, no. Oh, man. That is sacrilegious. That is terrible. The disrespect. Alex. Yo, you can only wish. The disrespect. What the fuck, bro? Fucking Alex. What are you doing? What the fuck? This is horrible. Oh my God, no. What is happening here? What is happening? Yo, what the oh my God. This community's become perverted. Alex should have never taken his shirt off. You should have never taken your shirt off. Oh my God. What is going on here? What the? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Yo. Craig said he told him to get it ready. This is, oh my God. Yo. can't with this community. Listen, we gotta bring some class back. Oh, but oh my God. Now this is gonna be in my nightmares. This is gonna be my nightmares. Y'all wondering where this is from. I'm gonna show y'all where it's from. Hold on. It's from this, man. Listen, yeah, if you haven't seen it already, it's like, oh my God. Like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? That's just evil. You took something so gorgeous and you perversed it. Why? Why is it not showing up on my thing?
Brilliant for this conversation.
No, where is it? You're terrible. You perversed such a beautiful image. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, you're horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. 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 Look what they did. Look what they did. Look, why? It was perfect the way it was. Look. It was fine. Leave it alone. The perversion. They perversed it. You don't change the Mona Lisa. You don't do that. Oh. Oh. Unbelievable. But shout out to SPRX. Switched it. Ugh. Look. It's sacrilegious. That's just crazy. Oh, Stadia. Shout out to Purple Haze. She was Team Stadia. Oh, shout out to... Oh, man, here we go. King David. Xbox is the #1 publisher. I want to thank you all who had a hand in the much-deserved success. Listen, man. David, man. My brother. Time to pack it up. Your discharge papers have been served. All right? They broke through the lines. It's over. I'm gonna try to get Jack Move Johnny. I'm gonna try to get BitCloud Gaming. Yo, BitCloud's not happy with PlayStation this gen. Don't worry, dog. We got Xbox games. We're good. We're good, BitCloud. We got it. We got the whole slate. We're saved. We're good. We're back in the fight. We good. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this right over, right? So you know what? There was a combo with the aftermath. I replied to Alex actually. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Bit by bit, we're getting rid of exclusivity nonsense, and that has kept great games from being played by more people. All right. This one said, if you eliminate exclusives, you eliminate the need to buy consoles. Alex replied, you are stuck in the 90s and 2000, bro. Holy shit. There was a reply. Yeah, Funk said, why can't anyone elaborate instead of disagree? I bought 2 Xboxes and 2 PlayStation at the beginning of this generation for the sole reason of being able to play each exclusive. No one knew Xbox was going to fold. I could have saved my money. Alex is like, you spent $2,000 at a minimum when you could have just got a PC to play everything instead. So I replied to that and I said, so let's say every single gamer decided to do that. Then what would mean? Then that would mean consoles die due to lack of exclusives since no one's buying them. No console has ever been successful just on the merit of hardware or service alone. When people see console type 1 has games A, B, and C versus console type 2 have games A and B, the majority are going to go with console type 1. And the manufacturer of console type 2 will move on due to low sales of the console type 2. Most won't buy redundant hardware, and factors such as hardware and services won't outweigh the games. Right? If every gamer bought a PC, we wouldn't even be having this conversation then, since we'll be busy playing on our PCs. Right? No, not really, because you guys have PCs and you're in console conversations. That's why. That's what's funny about PC gamers. Oh man, we're not busy on PCs. Then why are you here? You're literally here with us. Like you're here with us in the conversation of consoles. Like you're here. You're not on your PC. You're here, right? And that's the main point, right? Alex has this fundamental idea. I don't think. See, this is what I said. There's people who have what they would like to see, but you have to live in reality. We have 9 generations of console gaming, 9, and not a single one of them produced a console that was successful just simply on the merit of the hardware and no exclusives. Right? There was no console ever that said, "Hey, we got no exclusives. It's all multiplats, but because of the hardware and the services, we're better than the other consoles that still has our games." Oh, and they have exclusives. We don't. That's just not a thing. No one's interested in that, right? Again, if you have console type 1 and it has games, various games of A and B and C, and then you look at a similar console type 2 and all you get is the games of A and B but no C, you're not going to get that console. It doesn't matter, not majority are not going to get that console because it's missing the C games. If you get console type 1, and I'm not even using terms like PlayStation X, it doesn't matter. It's I'm just using generic naming conventions to get the point. Console type 1 is going to win every time because you get the games of A's, you get the games of B's, and you get the games of C's. Sure, not everybody plays every games, but the point is, it's just a choice. You get to see the library, and you'll be like, oh, these are A's, B's, and C's. I'm going to buy these combination of games. If you look at the other console, it's just A and B. And things like hardware, better performing hardware, or some type of service, it's just not going to cut it. In fact, I'll give you the perfect textbook case scenario. PlayStation 2 versus OG Xbox. OG Xbox, that's literally, console type 2, right? It had hardware, superior hardware, right? It had the hard drive. Xbox Live, what really is what eventually console gaming became. But PlayStation had all these games, and it's just people wasn't interested on how good, OG Xbox was. They didn't care how great Halo. You had Halo. It actually had a killer exclusive. But that couldn't overwhelm the amount of games PlayStation 2 had and how many people gravitated to that. OG Xbox only sold 25 million. And that's with Halo. That's with the great first person, FPS shooter with the great controller that actually made first-person shooters playable and competitive. Xbox Live, which really, you saw the signs of a great online platform, for multiplayer. Single-user login, single friends list, voice chat across every title, things like that. But all those features and stuff didn't matter when it came to the games. Because that's literally the first appeal of every console, the games, right? So console's not going to sell. No console's ever going to be successful on the merit of hardware because the hardware stays stagnant. Look at the PS5. PS5 is going to be the primary console to keep selling over the next 4 years until 2028, 2029 when the new PlayStation 6 comes out, right? PlayStation 5 sells in 2025. PlayStation 5 sells in 2026. PlayStation 5 sells in 2027 based on hardware that launched in 2020. 5, 6, 7-year-old hardware. People ain't buying a PlayStation now because of RDNA or because of the power of the SSD or whatever technologies that was talked about in 2020. No one's even talking about that. If anything, the only console technology that's being talked about is the PS5 Pro, and that was, for a little bit, and that's really only for the hardcore. It's only for a small group of us, right? For the majority, even a lot of PS gamers didn't care, So hardware is not a long-term selling point for consoles. It never has, and it never will be, right? People compare. In fact, let me see something. Let me go back to something. There is something I do want to talk about. It aligns with this combo, and I have to go back to Jamie because I think he found it. Right? I think he found it. I think he has it. Let me see. I could be wrong, but let me see. Maybe not. Maybe I think I saw it, and yeah, I don't think I'll be able to show it to you. Damn, I should have had it. Or maybe
You know what we can do? We can take our older catalog and start putting it on other platforms. Some of these games, they have history on other platforms. We'll just let them be there.
No, this ain't it.
I am here, sir, and I will not take up too much of your time. I was actually
No, I'm gonna have to go find it myself. Maybe I could find it on the YouTube channel. Hold on, in my history. Give me a second. Let me look. I got this. I think I saw this. I could look out of my history. Let's see, where you at? Let me see if I could find it. Maybe. Hold up. No, I don't think I'll be able to find it. I would like to, but so I guess I'm gonna have to paraphrase it for you guys. So it's the conversation of console sales, right? Some people still look at it as an old metric, as you can see right here, right? Stuck in the 90s, 2000, bro, right? And I don't. That's why I think we as a community, and it is what it is. If people don't want to do it, but we gotta have more people talk to each other, and not just the same mindset, right? Because I think there's just a lot of stuff that is happening, a lot of conversations that is not happening, and no one's coming up with how would you say, the devil's advocate point. And I think in the end, the people who how can I put, I ain't gonna say hurt the most, but I think the people who misses out on the most is you guys, the people listening, right? A lot of people hear stuff, they don't get the right information, and they get led astray. And oh my God, what the hell is going on Twitter? Twitter's off the hook. Trump admits prices will go up because of tariff. Listen, that's that's gonna be a conversation for another day. We'll see how that works. Yeah, I think we beat this topic to death with the Forza and all that stuff. Halo's coming. I think to conclude everything. Holy God, remember these days, the prices of these games. To conclude everything, right, on this topic, and move on to the next one is everything's coming. Obviously, I'm glad the ice has been broken, because that's what this really did, right? Forza Horizon coming to PlayStation finally broke ice, because it's the pillar, right? It's the Holy Trinity, and now we no longer have to go on to that, right? The conversation of will this go to PlayStation, that's no longer a thing, right? I think right now the next step is Microsoft strategy. Are they going to go with day and date across everything, timed exclusives? And I guess, yeah, it is what it is. My personal opinion, Microsoft's going to push for day and date as best as possible with the studios that they can go day and date across all devices. That's my opinion. But that's going to take a bit of work. That's going to take a little bit of investment, because you need personnel, you need the people to get that done. Some studios are not equipped for multi-platform development. Some are just learning on PlayStation or, things like that. There's a lot of factors. It's not easy. Multi-platform development, not easy, especially Switch, PlayStation, PC, Xbox Series S. Man, they got some work to do. Man, but back to this, man. Remember these days, bro, for those of us, these were the prices of games, man. These were definitely more expensive than the games of today. Because a game that's $89 today, I mean, that during that time, what? With inflation adjustment, it's like what, $100, $110. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could go to a website, but I remember these games, man. These games were like $80. Man, I remember when Street Fighter came out. That thing was like $89. Had to save a grip. Well, this is Canadian prices, right? But America was like $79. So these are like $10 more. But I remember Street Fighter was like $79. Oh my God, my dad had a heart attack. Shout out to Forte, right? Let's talk Spider-Man. Wait. Before we talk Spider-Man, one more Kid Smooth treat. Kid Smooth wants, he's hoping, he wants charity. Kid Smooth wants some charity. Let's listen to Kid Smooth real quick.
You guys got to kind of work with me as a goodwill. Is there any IPs that you'd be willing to bring over? And I know it sounds like I'm port begging, but I've said this a million times before. I don't want all PlayStation exclusives on Xbox, but I do think there's some that they can afford to give up, like Spider-Man. I think that's the only thing that needs to really come over. Helldivers, what is it? Spider-Man is only because, and I think Spider-Man only because it's a universal IP. Shit's been out on PC for hella long, and Spider-Man 2's been out for a couple years. Go ahead and throw Spider-Man 2018 and fucking Miles Morales on the Xbox. You can do that. You're getting Halo, Gears, and Forza. You're getting the big three. You can't give us no fucking Spider-Man. You can't give us no Miles Morales. You can't give us no Aloy. You can't give us no Lego Horizon. Come on. Throw us a bone. Give us something. You guys got to kind of work.
Yo, I'm in my Hard 8 voice. I want everybody to pretend I'm Hard 8 because he did this once. We won AGS with Hard 8, and he said this to Smooth. You get nothing. I remember, shout out to Hard 8 when he said that to Smooth, because Hard 8 was antagonizing Smooth because Colt was getting trips to Redman to see all these shows and stuff, and Kid Smooth, he's been the best bot for years, long before Colt shut up, and he gets no phone calls, nothing, not even a free code or nothing, and AGS and Hard 8 was like, Smooth, you get nothing for all his work. So Smooth, you want us? You want us to throw you a bone? You get nothing, not a drop, nothing, not a goddamn spider hair. You know the little hairs that pop out of Spider-Man's hands when he has his spider senses, like the hairs on the back of his neck that goes up when his Spidey senses tingle. Not one hair. You get nothing. This isn't a trade, okay? We are colonizing the Xbox platform, okay? Oh, you get no bones, nothing. In fact, we're gonna make sure other games don't come. That has nothing to do with PlayStation.
Work with me as a goodwill. is there any IPs that you'd be willing to bring over? And I know it sounds like I'm port bigging, but I've said this a million times before.
He said, "Work with me, out of goodwill." Oh man, this is what the hell? Small plane crashes in Northeast Philadelphia, causing. Man, this is crazy. Oh man, why are we doing this? Shout out to Jeff Keighley. He's our secret pony. He's our secret warhorse. Live on stage. Yo, I can't. Oh man. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh man. Red Dragon still killing him. All right. I got it. All right, what I want to look for is, let's talk about Spider. What happened with Spider-Man PC? What's going on with that? What's going on with Spider-Man 2? I thought we listen, PlayStation Nation. I'm gonna have to blame you for this. This is your fault. All right? This is our fault. Our fault. It's our fault. Okay? Our fault. Because we were supposed to beta test this game for the PC Master Race. And we clearly did not do our job. We did not do our due diligence. We didn't do our due diligence. We did not do our due diligence. There's a lot of issues with Spider-Man. So, like, how can we make this better for PC Nation? Because our beta testing skills suck. Clearly, we didn't do something right. What we gotta do? What we gotta do to make this better? What we gotta do to make this better? How can we make PC Master Race happy? You know? And help them not get these subpar ports on their $2,000 machines. Did we not play this game enough? What's going on here? Now, let's be honest. Most of these PC gamers aren't even playing the game. They're not. This game is not gonna sell a lot. Let me show you something. Where's it at? Right, they're talking about. Let's see, where's it at? Let me find it. Oh, here we go. Look at this. This ain't good, man. Come on now. Marvel Spider-Man peaked at 18,000 concurrent Steam players. It's like within the launch day within a 24-hour period. So, within the first 24 hours, 18,000 people played it. Far from the 66K that Spider-Man 1 reached. Spider-Man 1 sold like 1.5 million on PC. And apparently the game got cracked and it's already at 200,000 or 300,000 downloads. It's a pirate's life. It was a buggy mess on release on the PS5, but the press was a buggy mess, huh? But I'm hearing this was a bad port. What's going on? Is PlayStation not putting the right resources to get this perfected? One, the port is bad. Two, PlayStation games on PC are not novel anymore. I honestly believe that statement. The novel idea of, PlayStation on PC, I think that was a honeymoon. You know, when Horizon first announced on PC, that was a big deal, right? That's kind of not as bad as this Forza on PlayStation, but it was pretty bad, right? And the game sold 4 million. But I think as time went on, I don't think PC gamers are really that interested in Sony first party, other than Helldivers. I think Helldiver was the first legit game since the release of Horizon that so many PC gamers gravitated towards. Spider-Man 2 is not as good as the first game, so I heard. The game didn't even have official spec requirements for pre-orders. Let's see. What crazy is, I see a lot of PS fans blaming PC, the low number count, but not PlayStation 4, not marketing the game until a few hours before it came out. The horrible performance of every single PC port. The fact the game was already like a 7, 8 out of 10. Hey. You know, I'm not even gonna argue whose fault is what. What I will say is these half-ass attempts really, does it really sound like Sony ready to go day and date when they're still messing up ports that are over a year old? They can't even get a Spider-Man 2 port right a year later. You're telling me they would have had this ready day and date? This will segue into, what is it? The next topic. Oh, remember when she shout out to Nick? Remember when she cursed me out? Y'all don't remember that, right? What was her name? What's her name on? Y'all remember what's her name on Twitter? Y'all remember her name? I could look for it. Yo, she cursed me out on Twitter. Did y'all know about that? Frost. But what's her like at? Y'all remember that? She deleted it? Oh man, y'all remember that, right? Called her out for her stupid ass tweet. And she told me, well, I'm not here sucking Sony's D and all that stuff. I was like, yo, she came at me hard. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo. Oh yeah, that's right. Her account got destroyed. Oh man. But that PS is a dead man walking, yo. Oh my god, I remember that. Oh man, she did not like my tweet. Oh yeah, we coming soon. Just letting y'all know. Super Porter Bros is coming. You know what I'm saying? When the Halo Master Chief Collection drop on that Switch 2, we gonna be on there. We're gonna be on there. Just to let y'all know, it's happening. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Yo, you right. Shout out to Gabriel. They really picked the worst people for G4. Bro, I could have done better than that goddamn Kaz Couch. They really picked a terrible crew to have console war. Like, that's really what they try to do. They try to be like a live, they try to be like a sit-down podcast where you have console war talking points, but the thing is, they sucked at it. They're not really good. And come to find out, the dude didn't even like video games. What was his name? Forgot his name, but homeboy said, you know what? I never liked y'all anyway. He said he hated video games. Y'all don't remember that? You didn't see his Adam Sessler. Adam Sessler, thank you. Adam Sessler. Y'all don't remember he went on that rant on Twitter? Adam Sessler. Now he's in some new industry. He's making great money. And because he's successful in that industry, whatever he's doing, some business, whatever, homeboy went on a rant and said he never liked gaming to begin with. He said he's a non-gamer. He doesn't even like gamers. Yo, that shit was wild. He just did all the shows, whatever, because it was a path, you know, to meet connections and all that stuff. But he said, that man said the truth. He says, I never liked gamers. I thought you were all losers to begin with. I was like, yo. I'm sorry for laughing, but yo, he played he played the role good, man. Because that man played the role of nerd good. That dude was a nerd for gaming, man. God, I even learned some things from him, bro. When I used to watch him and stuff like that. And he does his interviews. I was fooled, bamboozled, led astray. Oh, man. Yo, it's crazy. Oh, man. This is Xbox community right now. You know, you're about to see Xbox community out here when they found out Forza's coming to PlayStation 5.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Yo. Oh, man. Oh, my God. This is so funny. But where is, what was I looking for? I even forgot what I was looking for. Oh, I know what I was looking for. Hold on. Where's it at? Where's it at? I know what I'm looking for. Where is it at? I know what I'm looking for. I remember. That's part of the PC conversation, right? Something's weird. I'm going to show you. Where's it at? No, I posted it. Am I bugging now? Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my... Oh, here we go. There we go. Y'all saw this? Now, I know it's from Icon Era, it's discussions, but, you know, what if this is true? We got Demon Souls. It's not currently being ported to PC, and it looks like it might never be. GT7 port has been shelved. Will no longer be ported to PC. You know what I'm saying? Could it be true? Could you think, like, listen, Helldivers is legitimately the only true successful. I mean, you could say Horizon Zero Dawn when it first launched, 4 million, that's good sales, right? But it has been dropping every iteration of every title. It's getting less and less. So like what the guy said before, the novelty of a PlayStation can go on a PC is really dying. It's really Helldivers 2 was the big thing. And that's it. That's the big title. That's the big whatever, right? Which, when you look at Sony's strategy, live service game was day on date with PC. So technically speaking, the main bulk of PlayStation's live service was day and date PC. That was the bulk of. All right, let me say it again. The bulk of PlayStation's PC strategy, the strongest part, is literally day and date live service games. And guess what? Sony canceled the majority of them. Y'all saw this? This is funny. Wait a minute. Oh, no. I didn't notice. Oh, shit. It's supposed to be the laughing thing. It didn't come out. I gotta... Fuck. Grand opening. Grand... Oh, man, that sucks. I didn't notice. The sound effect didn't come out. Ah, man, that's garbage. That's not what was supposed to happen. I swear, now we're too far gone. Let me show you the video. This is what was supposed to happen. Like, what happened? Oh, man, not this. That wasn't supposed to happen. Did this mess up? Hold on. This is what's supposed to happen. Oh, you don't hear it? Oh, you don't hear it either? What? Why don't you hear it? I hate. Oh, PC.
Grand opening. Grand.
PC. Oh man, that's not what's supposed to happen. It never even recorded, and I didn't. Oh man, how did that? How did that not? How did it not capture it? My bad, guys. I messed it up, and I didn't catch it. I didn't properly supervise the video, and I don't understand why it didn't do it. Let me see. Did it do it in the original? It had to. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see the original cut before I did anything.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah, so see, this is the original cut. This is what was supposed to happen. Let me show y'all. This is what man, sometimes sorry I failed you guys. This was what was supposed to happen. This was the original cut. Before I made my edits and I clipped out stuff so it could be a smooth thing. This is what was supposed to happen.
Oh, no, no, no,
no. And then I would edit it, clipped up, and then put grand opening, grand closing. So you were supposed to hear the laughter. You're supposed to hear the laughter. This made me sad. Right? Doesn't it sound better with the laughter? Sounds great. I had it all lined up. I had it all lined up. It was great. It was awesome. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get like Adobe. But I don't know. I heard things off. I need better editing. I'm using Clipchamp. It was decent, but I need better editing software. Cause I don't understand why. The crazy part is the grand opening, grand closing, that came out. So why did that sound clip came out, but not the laughter? I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. I don't, because you heard grand opening, grand closing, that came out. Goddamn PC, bro. Get DaVinci. What's some good editing software y'all recommend? Of course, I heard Adobe, right? Oh man, I feel bad. It just doesn't hit. It's quiet. DaVinci Resolve. Use DaVinci Resolve. Let me look at that. DaVinci Resolve. Let me find out. Let me see. DaVinci Resolve. Okay. DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve. Blackmagic Design. Let's see. DaVinci Resolve is the world's only solution that combines editing, color correction, visual effects, motion graphics, and audio post-production all in one software tool. It's elegant, modern interface is fast to learn, easy for new users, yet powerful for professionals. DaVinci Resolve lets you work faster and at a higher quality because you don't have to learn multiple apps or switch software for different tasks. That means you can work with camera, original quality, images throughout the entire process. It's like having your own post-production. Okay. Is this like is software you could purchase outright, or do you have to like? Is it a subscription service? All right. Okay, buy for $2.95. Okay, that's not bad. Free download now. Let me see. Let me listen to the chat. What y'all gotta say about this? I use let's see. I just use DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro for video, Photoshop for photo editing, Microsoft Paint, OBS. All right. Okay. Surprise stream. I use the studio version though. All right. I use OBS on PC. So use OBS for video editing? Because I use Streamlabs OBS. But you use that for editing? I never realized this for editing. I use that generic says I use Adobe for Porter Rock's old intro and BG's using right now. The water removes around a bit too. DaVinci Resolve in Linux. You can purchase it outright. Let's see. Nah, man, use OBS. OBS for editing? You guys finally getting him into camera gear? Relax. Extreme. This guy wants me to buy like $75,000 camera lenses. I didn't know you did graphics and editing. Well, not that good. Little by little, I'm working on my craft. I'm doing it for you guys. Little by little, real video editing tools. Adobe's also great, but I prefer Adobe with everything. But it feels like you lack on things. I do a lot with DaVinci. I haven't updated mine in a while, plus I code in it. There's a free version too. I'm going to try DaVinci, the free version. Let's see. Vegas is also one of the best. All right, let's see. Yeah, you can edit. Oh, he's saying, yeah, you can edit in OBS. Emmanuel, for you, 55,000. Vegas. He said pirated though. Oh my God. You guys are terrible. I don't even know how to begin to, I would have to look up on an instruction manual because I can use Streamlabs. I don't think you could edit on this. Not that I could think of. I highly recommend not using Adobe. I remember, Extreme, you mentioned something on a podcast about Adobe. Like that you couldn't. Once you get Adobe, it's hard to leave Adobe. You're not allowed to leave. I cracked Adobe costs 25,000 Canadian dollars. DaVinci. It seems like DaVinci is the way to go. Man, you guys are impressive. A lot of you do video editing and all that stuff. Do y'all do it for YouTube or work? What y'all guys into? I know Generic Eric does it, for YouTube content, stuff like that. What do the rest of you do? Is it like a profession, or are you guys into making movies? Please don't say you're doing it to send D-pics. Gazor says I make stupid. I saw the clips you do though. He said I make stupid clips. Shout out to Glassdoor. I know Emmanuel says his is for work. He runs the Australian version of Bang Bus. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh snap. Extreme doing bang bus videos. Oh man. Let's see. Let's see it. Hero Stalin that says I do it for work, but starting a YouTube channel soon. Nice. Hell yeah. Let us know if you want to hop on the podcast. All right. High on Life says working edits from years ago when COD montages was a thing. Oh, I remember those YouTube videos with the montages. That was a big thing for COD. K says I have another YouTube channel. Plus Ultra, I used to be IT and a graphics illustrator in the army. Okay. Thank you for your service, my brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. Swag bag. Oh man, COD edits and skateboarding edits. I used to use them for my old YouTube channel before I got shut down. Impatient Fight, what did you do? Lionheart, how you know Bang Bus? Who doesn't know Bang Bus? That was You remember when that thing first started? Listen, I wasn't always the mature, person man. I had my phases. Okay? I went through my trials and tribulations to be a wholesome man, to be a goody two shoes. Okay? I dabbled in the dark. Alright? You know what I'm talking about. Bang Bus, Mi Gente, Black Planet. Yep. Before I was a married man, my wife saved me. God put me on the right path when I met her. Boy, if I didn't meet my wife, oh Lord. Probably be doing a line of coke right here, live on air. No, I'm playing, I'm lying. Probably look like Tony Montana right now. Oh snap! Let's see. Let's see. Shortcut is free. Let's see. Oh snap! Generic guy made a James Black. P-Rock was a wild boy. Bum fights. Oh, I mean, yo, I'm telling you, MILF. Oh my God. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. Like in terms of social media, I call it early gen social media, like first phase, right? You have different phases, right? Like people didn't know what to do or how to like shape social media. It was crazy. AOL chat, Yahoo chat, Black Planet, Mi Gente. I think MySpace was where it started to become the direction where it is now. But before that, yo, if you know, you know. If you know, you know, bro. Yo, oh man. You start out the chat like this. You hit up somebody, and this is what you do. Who remembers this? I'm gonna post it in the thing right now. Yeah, I remember that. I used to put something like, I used to be like, I used to when like a chick used to like type that into the chat at me, I used to put this. Yo, it was crazy back then. Like there was no chill. Like the stuff we used to do, you would get canceled. I'm glad there was no like recording. I think, at least I don't think like screenshots and stuff like that. Cause boy, Yo. Mm-mm. And then when they added voice chat to Yahoo chat and AOL chat, because before it was all talking, and then they decided to do the rooms for voice. Oh my God, them New York rooms. Bro. I look back on. Yo. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, those days. It was nothing but people trying to hook up and get ass. Yo. 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 It was. Oh my God. Holy shit. It was wild. I missed like the early eras of the internet and people trying to connect and talk. Yo, it was wild. Like Gen Z, we were wild. Us Gen Zers, we didn't know what to do. So we're like, we didn't like, cause like I said, like by the time that really popped off, we were in our 20s, like early 20s, right? So it's not like, you know, a lot of the generation today's, you guys were born into the internet and then you go through, you know, your school, your teenage years and your adult years and you had it all the time. So you always have connectivity. We didn't. We just one day we're like, wait a minute. I could talk to a lot of people. Wait a minute. There's girls on this? Nah, yo, let me see a pic. Like, yo, it was it was like going to the mall, except everywhere. It was everywhere. Yo, it was everywhere, bro. It was just all over. The hookups, boy. I was doing my profile page, mi gente and stuff like that. What? What? I'm telling you, man. Right there, Lee chatted the Holy Trinity: AOL, Yahoo, and MSN. And what was it? Net zero, free internet? Oh my God. When times were rough. When times were rough. Gotta use net zero. Get that free internet. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Things was different. It was crazy. Like when I started doing that actually in 2000. That's when I got. Yeah, 2000. 2000 is when I got my first computer. 56K. I bought it in Los Angeles. I was in California. I was living in California. And I bought a computer connected to the internet. It had how big was the hard drive? I think it was 10 gigs. 10 gig hard drive. It was like a 10 gig hard drive. Not gonna lie. I could be wrong. I think it was a 10 gig hard drive. Yeah. 56K. Yep. RAM, 512 megabits. That was like the shit. And I think, well, yeah. It was massive at the time. It's crazy, man. It's a 512 megabytes of RAM was nasty work. It's crazy, man. Everything changed, but yo, the early generation, it was wild, bro. There was no cancel culture. It was nothing. Like we just didn't know what to do. We just, you know what it is. You just tag somebody in a chat and you do ASL, And then you reply back, and then that's it. He's trying to spit game by typing words. The shit was wild. And then it start there, and then you start sending pictures, and there was no video chat, not for a long time. So it was like, bro, you taking risks. You taking risks sending pictures, and then meeting the person. What's that term called? Oh my god, catfish. Luckily, that wasn't a thing. I guess that early in that phase in the early 2000s, at least from what I can tell, catfishing started getting worse later on. All right, that was good. That was a good thing. Hey, but let's just go back to the last topic. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Again, what do you guys think about just these conversations and rumors of these PC ports being canceled? Right? They're talking about potentially the GT7 now. Now, if I were to say, I would say out of anything that might be credible, GT7. I don't know so much about Demon Souls. The only reason I could see maybe GT7 is because of its online component and its competitive nature. I think Sony might be afraid of not being able to be able to prevent cheating. What do you guys think? I think that might be, for that one game, the concern is cheating. I don't know about Demon Soul Remake now going to PC port. I don't know why it wouldn't. Piracy is crazy, right? That's why, like, live service games, right? They live service games, it's twofold. One is the amount of people that you need to try to help make a live service game successful. So you need a wide audience. And then also because it's online, the piracy is not going to be that impactful, because then if you try to pirate it, you won't be able to play it. Right? For the most part. But with GT7, potentially with racing, competitive racing, you know, the cheating. I would, especially Sony would make this crossplay with console gamers. I think console gamers would be really upset facing off with a higher volume. Well, I don't even know. I didn't hear much about cheating in GT7 on consoles. I didn't hear much complaint about that. But definitely, there will be a huge uptick, if there even is cheating right now. But definitely, if they made this game on PlayStation and it's crossplay, I think console gamers wouldn't like that at all. Being, on that. You can't cheat on GT7, at least not on consoles, right? Is there cheating in Helldivers? I don't think there's so much cheating because it's co-op. For the people saying impossible to cheat on GT7, even if it's on PC, you don't think they could create scripts for improved turning and stuff like that? Scripts that could regulate braking and revving. I'm talking about on PC. Let's say if they put GT7 on PC. Oh yeah. Oh, that I know. Fighting game cheating on PC. Yeah, I stopped doing crossplay on PC. Once I learned about scripts, that you could create scripts where they could like auto block all your moves, Like everything, I'm like, what? And I know PC has Cronus. I mean, PlayStation console have Cronus, but I think PlayStation did an update to just completely block it, right? So I think it's easier with a closed platform to be able to, you know, do what they got to do against cheaters. But on PC, I seen some videos of some wild shit. I seen in Call of Duty and other shooters, they have scripts where the enemy was like highlighted and you could see them through the walls. I was like, so they know, they see like a box on the wall, so they know, like, you know, it would paint the box around the people they're playing against. So they know exactly where they're all at. Even if they're behind walls and buildings and rooms, they know where they're exactly at in the distance that they're at. And I'm like, man, that is wild. That is crazy. Yes, auto blocking. That's a thing. That's a thing. Like literally, any move you do will be blocked. Nothing you can do about it. Perfect blocking. Every time on anything. That's insane. It says Cronus is fine, it's just no recoil. Yeah, auto block. It's crazy, the things, you know. No scope headshot in Fortnite. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I could see that, but only for that reason. But what if there's like just a little bit of coincidence, like little things, you know, you got the change of personnel, change of leadership. Spider-Man 2, they definitely did not market that game, which is weird. They did not market it for PC at all. There was like nothing. It was just like, oh, by the way, yeah, Spider-Man 2 is coming out next week. Just thought to let you PC gamers know. Yeah. The PC gamers like, what are the specs? Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll let you know when we'll let you know. Then they inform the specs like the day prior. And then when the game comes out, it's not a good port. Right? And then you got these little conversations, Icon era, and a change of strategy. And when you think about it, right? All the live service games that canceled, those are the day and date games for PC. So it was like 10 live service games that got canceled. That's 10 games that are no longer day and date on PC because they're gone. And what are they going to be replaced with? If they're replaced with single player games, those single player games aren't day and date. So it's interesting. So I wonder what's, you know, I think there's enough data over the last 4 years for Sony to really formulate what they want, how they want to go forward in terms of just their gaming strategy, right? With PC. How they want to go forward with PC. I think they have enough data to make a decision. We just don't really know, you know? Of course, people are going to say the whole you know, that there's no benefit to exclusives. There's no benefit to exclusives for the consumer, right? So let me finish. Let's talk about that a bit, right? And let's talk about the two perspectives of exclusives. We're going to talk about the business first because it's easy for the most part. Businesses are using exclusives to entice gamer onto their product. Pretty simple. It's done everywhere across the industry, right? Why would that apply to video games? Because the business wants you to buy their console. So that way you can own their console and buy everything on their console. All the third-party games, peripherals, devices, just everything. Subscription service, and all that reoccurring revenue through consistent game sales, being subscribed to a service, the 30% revenue from third party. That's the big chunk. Money transactions, you know, play Fortnite on PlayStation and all that stuff, right? That's what exclusive does. So we got that part. And I think that's pretty easy to understand. But I think the part that people don't understand is how does that benefit the consumer? How does an exclusive game benefit the consumer? And some feel it doesn't at all. I will tell you it does, if done the right way. And what I mean by that is an exclusive built on a specific piece of hardware means that game is optimized for that hardware. that game will get the most if done right with the developer, right? And I would say first party does it better than third party, clearly. But if the intention is, hey, let's get the most, let's create the best product we possibly can on this device, is one spec, well optimized, and you will get the best premium gaming in terms of, technology behind it. Now, whether the game is good or not, that's a different question, right? That's more personal choice. But from the technology, the graphics, the performance, and all that stuff, really bringing out wow, look what this game, look at The Last of Us 1 on the PS3. Look how phenomenal that game looked. God of War, Uncharted 2. Look how phenomenal. Those are some amazing examples of exclusives taking advantage of the PlayStation 3 hardware to its fullest, right? So the consumer of that console is the one that benefits. Of course, consumers of other consoles don't benefit because they can't play the game, but you didn't buy that console. So a PlayStation 3 gamer that enjoyed The Last of Us 1, one of the best games of that gen, and it was an amazing game, in performance technology, PlayStation 3 gamers benefited. 360 gamers didn't benefit it, but the 360 gamers who don't own a PS3, you didn't buy a PS3, so why would you enjoy benefit from PlayStation? Same thing with the PC gamers. So that's how you benefit. I think can we all agree a lot of gamers outside of the console war, when we're not console war, we're just talking about games, a lot of gamers are saying a lot of games are not coming out optimized. Especially if the conversation's about increasing the price of games, that's when you really see how people feel about games. Some gamer says the games don't even deserve $70 on how unoptimized or messed up or have issues these games are coming out, let alone pay $100. That's when you see the truth about how some gamers feel about games. When the conversation of, hey, games should cost $100, oh man, they'll tell you all the truth. It's not optimized, there's issues, these day one patches, they're not even complete on the disc. They mention everything. That's when everything comes out. That's when the truth of how they feel on the quality of the games in terms of the technology behind it, the QC part, the quality and control of the games. That's when the truth comes out. When price hike comes out, right? So why are so many games unoptimized? Well, it's because there's a lot of platforms these developers got to make for it. Back in the days, there was a lot more optimized, well-running, well-built games, right? But they were only being built for one console, and they weren't that big. They were less than a gig. They were megabytes. And even the games that were like 2-3 gigs, like during the PS2 and 3 gen, I think, what is it? Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was like 5 gigs, But it was originally just built for PlayStation 2. And then later on, they did the ports. A lot of games were only built for one platform. Devil May Cry ran beautifully, but it was only built at the time for the PlayStation 2. Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy, even on the other platforms like Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube, Halo, Gears of War. So there was a lot of games that were running great, looked great for the platform they were created for, and it was because it was exclusive for that platform, But with day and date across every device, especially with how, like for example, Xbox Series X and PS5, okay, they're similar, not too far, but that Series S, right? And then you got the insane amount of configurations with PC gaming, and now you're going to throw in the Switch. And then for a time, they were still making games for the PS4, hardware from 2013, Xbox One. Man, it's a lot of devices. And trying to optimize games across everything. And of course, people can say, oh, you got AMD's AMD. But you got to remember, some of these technology, everybody's trying to put their own little bit of technology. FSR, DLSS, PlayStation with Pisser, and all these other configurations of CPU. I mean, it's a lot. Developers, and these games are like 50 gigs, 60 gigs, 70 gigs big. Could be bloated, right? It's a lot. And they wonder why a lot of games are not optimized. It's a lot of platforms that they're developing for. And they're trying to get a lot of technology, like with ray tracing and all that stuff, packed into these games. Performance mode and all that stuff on various platforms. It's a lot of work, man. I remember reading a thread on just developers. They were talking, and some of them were like, they look at gaming as it's just a miracle for them. I remember one of them said that it's even a miracle that a game even actually works on any of these consoles, given on what they actually do to code it. Like the fact that when you hit play and it starts and it works, that they said that's magic in itself with all the lines of code that they got to do to make games work. And I'm like, man, it's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Programmers have a lot to do to get these games going, right? And we're very harsh critics, and I'm not saying we shouldn't be, right? Because at the end of the day, we're paying $70, and goddamn eggs cost like $12 and stuff, right? Costs a lot of money for us to do, right? But games are everywhere with the amount of platforms. Like, what's the solution? Glassdoor. I want that dominant money hat PS2 Sony back. That dominant money hat PS2 Sony back. Well, a lot of part of it in the PS2 was Sony. Well, really, the industry, they still had that mentality to support the most successful console. They still had that mentality. So it was almost automatic for a lot of games just to be on PS2, given that it was the market leader. Glassdoor gave him another super chat, says, please, Sony, money had GTA 6 somehow. F, Xbox, and PC. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you what, man. That game is bigger. That game is big. I don't think anybody. I think the best they can do is pretty much just market, put it on the box, you know, maybe pack in the game as well. Because Rockstar... Still, here's the thing, and this is, I learned this. I actually learned this, I forgot when, maybe 2 years ago, whatever. But people think that the packing game, like when you buy, let's say, the Horizon bundle, or if you ever bought a Gears of War bundle with the game packed in or whatever console bundle you bought with a game packed in, it's the assumption that you got the game for free, whatever, right? And technically you did from the perspective of the consumer. So if you bought a console, $500 PlayStation console that came with Call of Duty, that's like, well, damn, if I would have bought a regular PS5, it would have been $500, and then the game at 70 would have been $570. So yeah, I got a game for free by buying a bundle. So to the consumer, it is true. You pay $500, it came with the game, that's like a free game. But the reality is, for the publisher, you know, let's say GTA 6. Let's say they packed GTA 6 in only the PS5 Pro model. Let's say Sony did some shit like that. They didn't pack it in the PS5 model, but they packed in the PS5 Pro model, and the Pro model cost $700, right? The PS5 Pro. So you're like, you know what? PS5 Pro $700, the game $70. I get the game free anyway, right? Instead of buying a PS5 Pro for $700 and the game separately. Just buy the bundle and you're good, right? You save yourself $70. So you save yourself $70, so it's like a free game for you. But what happened is, for Rockstar, they still get their $70, right? So out of $700, 70 of it goes to Rockstar, 630 goes to PlayStation. So it's really PlayStation that subsidizes the game. So any company that has a packing game, you know, especially from a third party, right? Or even their own game, like Spider-Man, like Spider-Man 2 bundles, right? You saw those Spider-Man 2 bundles and you bought the PS5 for $500, right? The Spider-Man game still gets the $70. It's the console that gets the cut. The console always gets the cut. So all those packing games, they get their money. So for you, it's free for the consumer, but for the publisher of that game, they get their money. It's the console provider. That console gets the cut. So yeah, so that's why. So they still get their money in terms of sales, even if you buy the packing game. Pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't know. You know, this is the thing about. This is my thing, and people. I'm gonna say, and I said this plenty of time, but I'm gonna give my official stance with the ports to PC. I don't like it Not because of console war, because this is just conversation, whatever, and stuff like that. It is what it is, right? But the console provider that starts dipping their toes in multi-platform games is a slippery slope on how well they handle their own console, right? We already see how Microsoft is handling it, right? It just seems like the Xbox console gets the short end of the stick. You saw how Redfall came out, right? Starfield came out 30 FPS. Then later on, it got like an update for performance mode. Hellblade is 30 FPS and stuff like that. And you don't see them do things like, kind of like what PlayStation did, what Sony did with PS5, where if you combine high frame rate, HFR, with VR, you could do things like provide better frame rates at 40 FPS, or even unlock frame rates and let just the console do what it does. But because you have VRR, you still get a smooth experience at higher frame rates, right? So maybe like if they were to unlock Hellblade with VRR and HFR, high frame rate mode, you probably could get Hellblade running at 55 frames, and with VRR, it smooths it out, which would be a better experience than Lock 30. You know what I mean? Things like that. But you don't see any type of investment in Xbox Series X to improve its capabilities to give more performance mode options. But you saw Sony do that with their own console, right? So I think you might lose a little bit of that when it comes to, multi-platform, especially day-and-day ports and stuff, right? The developers, if they're making games for two platforms, a PS5 and a PC, they're generally going to try to make a good game for both platforms. Vice, if it was exclusive to PlayStation, or at a minimum, focus on PlayStation first and then port it to PC later on, you can focus all your energies on the strengths of PlayStation, try to mitigate its weaknesses or circumvent it, or come up with strategies that can address, maybe a PlayStation specific weakness or something it's not doing well, right? And not worry about another platform or how would it negatively impact another platform, right? Because they could make a decision like, man, if we did this, man, we could get the PlayStation version running so good, but when it comes time to porting or let's say same day and day release, it's really going to make it hard, for porting to the PC version, right? All that stuff, right? All those things into consideration. If you're just developing on that one console, there's no other hardware consideration. It's just that one console. And that benefits the console owner who bought the game. Who bought the console. They're the ones that paid $500 for that console. We should be the ones to get the most attention from the company that built it, And that's why you see some people, we've seen it, some big Xbox gamers, they went to PC. Because they don't feel they're getting Microsoft attention on hardware that they gave Microsoft money to buy. They gave Microsoft $500 on that console, but Microsoft's not rescinding back. They're not, giving them back that, how would you say, priority service to them. They're still catering to PC, and now they're going to cater to PlayStation. Now they're going to cater to Nintendo. So you got to sit there and ask yourself, why are you going to give Microsoft $500, and they're going to treat you no different than everybody else, and you don't even get the benefits of the games from everybody else. So a lot of games, this gen, some gamers, they're not going to get rid of their Xbox this gen, right? Because they're already in it. It's halfway into the gen. They're in Game Pass. They'll just write it out. They will write it out. It's not that big of a deal. But come next generation, they're going to be getting a PlayStation 6. Or they're going to move to PC. Especially if they want to stay on Game Pass, they're going to move to PC. Right? But those who want to stay on console because they're console-centric, yeah, they're going to go to PlayStation. And all the games they missed on the PS5 because they were busy playing, what they were doing on Xbox, is backwards compatible. So PS5 games are going to work on PS6, probably have some type of performance enhancements and stuff, and they'll be fine. Those who do stay on the console, and let's talk about those who do stay on the Xbox console. The ones that will stay because of Game Pass. You guys will be even a smaller group of gamers at that point. Because if you got the Xbox gamers that don't prioritize Game Pass and they're like, listen, PlayStation 6 gen, I'm playing on PlayStation 6. because they get the Xbox games, they get the PlayStation games, they get the multiplats, and they get the money hat multiplats. So they're gonna get so much games. They'll get the same multiplats that's on Xbox. They'll get Xbox games. They get the PlayStation exclusives that's not on Xbox, and whatever PlayStation money hats, they get that too. So you got that group leaving, and that's gonna be, I would think, a decent chunk size group to leave. Those of you that stay on Xbox for next gen, primarily because of Game Pass, you're not a big crew. So that might be your next Xbox, might be your last Xbox, assuming that Microsoft even does it. And if Microsoft does the OEM thing, and that we talked about it in this channel, you're gonna be paying. You think the Pro is expensive? Ha! Prepare for like $900 consoles. And if you do buy a console that's OEM, that's $600, it's gonna be weak. It's gonna be like buying a Nintendo console. It's gonna be like a very cheap product. Because remember, they gotta make profit off the hardware. They're not gonna sell it to you at a loss or at a small margin. They'll make like $200 off it. So if they sell it to you for $600, that thing was built with like $400 parts. Yeah, that's gonna be like integrated CPU or integrated GPU technology. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be crazy. You know. Last to go. I remember Gaz when he did this. This was the rumors of Halo. Oh yeah, this was the January 2024, talking about the Core 4. Sorry, my friend. I've come to help you on your journey to the other side. It won't hurt, my friend. You will not feel a thing. Oh man. My God. This is hilarious. You know. Let's see. Shout out. We're gonna get Jack Moo Johnny. We're gonna talk, man. Friday's gonna be great. But I'm gonna see if I'm gonna hit a post up. So first episode for next week, and I'll confirm it. You know, I'm gonna hit a post up. We're gonna talk. We're gonna chop it up, man. Post Up's good people, man. We've been at this, you know, during the 2016 and going forward. We should go on podcast on Z's channel. And it's you know, we're gonna talk it up. You know, we just have good conversations, man. Why he thinks, why he sees. Does he see PlayStation doing the same thing and why? You know, things like that. I'm gonna try to get Jack Move Johnny. People out here think I'm an Xbox guy because I don't let my bias get in the way of common sense. I never even owned an Xbox. Right here. It's just yo, oh my God. Dude is so hurt over Forza Horizon. This, oh my God. Console is a console. Looking forward to possible Steam integration. Oh my God. Now they want Steam, bro. They gotta stop. Bunch of games I always wanted to play from it, but not PlayStation games. I ain't a spineless PS fanboy supporting brands they dislike. What's this? Who is this? What's going on here? What? Oh my God. What is this? The memes. Yo. The memes, bro. Anyway. This was ooh, oh, they're great. Oh, Dirt, what are we doing? He said Doc Dart flips back to PlayStation. Hold on. Should I click on it? Should I click on it? Yeah, let's click on it. Come on, brother. What you gotta say? And I'm gonna I'm gonna reach out to Dirt one-on-one. I'm gonna reach out to all of them. Listen, what's the worst that can happen? They say no, or they don't say anything at all, or they block me. Why he trying to look like Superman? My man, like he put it on. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, son. I'm gonna do something crazy. Give me a second. I'm gonna do something crazy. No, not this one either. Wait, let me see. Hold on, I'm gonna do something crazy. Ready? Let's see. I'm gonna line this up. Y'all ready, chat? I'm gonna do something crazy. Y'all ready for this? Here we go. You ready? I'm gonna try. This is my first time, but you ready? And I have to do it quick. Ready? Here we go. Listen, I don't even care if I get demonetized or whatever. I'm not taking it off. I'm good. Oh man, we clipping that. Yo, oh man, yo. And listen, I didn't plan that. I said, you know what? Let me try this out. Yo, we gotta clip that. Oh man, yo, that was funny. Oh man, what a great way to end the show. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That shit hit perfect. Oh man, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. I'm glad you guys were here to witness that. What a great way to end the show. You know, stay tuned for more every Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm glad that you guys were able to rock with me, and I hope you enjoy. Hit that like button. I hope you guys have a great weekend. No 60 frames live, no podcast this Tuesday because be on the work trip for the rest of the week. But I will be back Friday with enough time to host this podcast. To host this live for next Friday, and I'm gonna try to get a guest. Hopefully, it will be post up. But if not him, I'll let you guys know. All right. But what a way to end the show. Superman's back, baby. You guys take care. Love you guys. You guys take care. Have a great night. You guys take care. Peace.